Hello, hello, hello out there. Let's brighten that up just a little bit. There we go. That look all right, y'all? What y'all think? Is that better? There we go. Let's try that. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing out there? My name is Latrice Sampson Richards. I am a mental and emotional wellness creative, a licensed professional counselor, and a certified life enhancement coach. I teach Black women the skills that we need in order to heal and manifest, and I do so by sharing my journey with you in hopes that it'll help you along your own. Hey, Chiffon. What's going on, mama? You're tuned in to Livestream Tuesday, right here inside of Trust Village. Babe? Oh, I thought you was talking to me. Um, yeah. And if you're watching this on the replay, make sure that you go ahead and comment hashtag replay and let me know that you're watching so I can say hey or whatever. I don't right now. I am super, super tired right now. Mostly because I weekend. And I work every weekend. You know, I was telling y'all the other day, I work on the weekends or whatever. I work 7 days a week because I see clients on Tuesdays and I work every weekend. You know, okay, now we cooking with gas. All right, so I see clients on the weekends with my online practice. And, you know, one of the things I kept saying was I'm not going to let myself get too overwhelmed. I'm not going to take on too much. And I feel like I need to cut back. I'm pretty clear about the fact that I need to cut back. I'm in school taking 2 classes. I just started a new job that is a lot heavier than I think I was expecting. And so I need some time to like adjust to that. And you know, I'm seeing clients. I'm talking about starting with this group practice. It's just like I'm ready to start recording again for the podcast. Like I'm ready. I feel ready to start recording again. And so that's a lot of things. And I just need to put some stuff down. So I apologize that I am a little out of it tonight. I mean, I'm collecting myself. You know what I'm saying? I've definitely collected myself. Excuse me, I apologize, but I am tired. You know, I'm tired. Because I had to work this funeral this weekend, and that was a much bigger ordeal than I was expecting. And so like not only did I like work 7 days this week, but like I really actually worked 7, like I didn't have no time off to even like relax or anything. Hey Martine. So I'm tired. Which it kind of I think has lent itself to why I want to talk about baby stepping tonight, because I think what happens a lot of times is we set these goals for ourselves. You know, as you all know, the Empower Your Vision Masterclass is kickstarting again. Hey, Shanita, Happy New Year. Wow, how you doing, girl? So the Masterclass Live is kicking back up next month. Uh, Excuse me. And I'm actually going to be releasing the date and the link on Friday of this week. So y'all make sure y'all be on the lookout for that. Friday of this week, I'll be releasing the dates for the Empower Your Vision Masterclass as well as the link. And I'm probably going to do a few, I don't know, maybe I'll do a couple of free webinars or whatever leading up to that. So anyway, we have the masterclass coming up, and the masterclass is all about, you know, making sure that you have the skills that you need in order to be successful as you move through your journey, right? It is the foundation for your mental and emotional stability and wellness, right? So it ensures that no matter what comes your way, you are ready to address those things. And, one of the things that I think is extremely important for us to understand is that as we are setting goals for ourselves, we're going to run up against things, which is why I put so much emphasis on, like the building that foundation of mental and emotional stability so that you can withstand those things when they come, because expecting or hoping or wishing or praying that shit just don't go wrong, that is not a smart thing to do. I mean, of course you want to hope for the best. Of course. I want you to be hopeful. I want you to, hope for the best, and hopefully the best will happen, right? But you also have to be realistic about the thing, in understanding and recognizing and accepting the reality that shit is going to happen. Things are not always going to work out the way you planned it. Sometimes you don't know that you need to know something, or you don't know that something is a potential outcome. So you're not able to prepare for it because you didn't know that it was a potential outcome. And so what happens is that we have it set up in our minds that we're going to take these long, long strides and we're going to be so successful. And once I decide that I'm going to do something different, then bam, that's it. Y'all, look at my nails. Y'all think that makes sense? I've been so busy, I couldn't even get my nails done. Look, nails chipping. Look at this. This is a hot ass mess, y'all. It's a hot ass mess. So anyway, we feel like we set this major goal for ourselves. Hey, Ramona. We set this major goal for ourselves. And I decided that I'm going to do this, and I decided that this is going to be my year. And so because I've decided, then that means that everything is going to go smoothly and everything is going to happen exactly the way that it should happen. And that's bullshit. Like, that's not realistic. And in actuality, it's very dangerous. We have to be realistic about the journey that lies ahead of us, because it is a journey. And I don't say that to discourage you. I say that so that you can prepare yourself, because that is the reality of what change looks like. That is the reality of what life looks like. Shit happens. Shit is going to come your way. People gonna test you. People gonna try you. Money gonna be tight sometimes. You're gonna have to make difficult decisions. Sometimes you're gonna have to hurt some feelings. And sometimes you might get your feelings hurt. That's what it is. Welcome to reality. That's what it is. But that doesn't mean that you can't find joy in that. That doesn't mean that you can't find success in that. It doesn't mean that you can't find healthy, strong, committed, solid, nurturing relationships. It doesn't mean that you can't find financial success and have a savings and buy a home and do all of the things that you want to do. It doesn't mean that you can't have love and have children and get married, or be by your damn self and just date, or whatever. Be polyamorous, or be like, this is a judgment-free zone. You know what I'm saying? So like, it doesn't mean that you can't have all of those things. It just means that you have to be prepared so that when those things happen, you can keep pushing, you can keep going, and not keep pushing, keep going in the sense of bury how you feel about something and just pretend that you're okay and brush it up under the rug because you don't have the skills that you need to manage it. I'm talking about actually confronting and resolving. Okay? Actually confronting and resolving those negative feelings and thoughts that you may have, and getting on the other side of it and creating success for yourself, right? A part of that means that a huge part of that, is connected to your mentality. Being able to accomplish requires you to be able to see accomplishments. What I mean by that is sometimes what happens is if something doesn't look exactly the way we thought it was going to look, or if something doesn't look exactly the way we think it should look, then we don't see it for what it is. Right? We don't see it for what it is. Because let me tell you, $100 bill is no different than 10 rolls of quarters. You feel me? It's the same money. It just look different. Don't look down on that change in your pocket, because those coins add up to dollars. Does that make y'all? Are y'all with me? Did y'all catch that? Let me know. Hey, Marty. Let me know. Just because it don't look like what you think it ought to look like does not make it any less valuable. Baby steps are just as important as huge leaps and bounds. But we have to allow ourselves to see those baby steps, as progress, instead of failures, right? So instead of saying I failed to accomplish this major goal, you say I was successful in getting to this point, and now because I've done the work, I have the skills to figure out how to continue on toward the major goal, like how to get to the next step. So I am all about the baby steps. I am all about, like, one of my favorite things to say and talk about is baby step your way to success. Okay? Do not discount those baby steps. Baby steps are extremely important. And we talk about this in the masterclass, not directly, but we do talk about this in the masterclass about, creating those action steps. How do you find your action steps? Action steps are just baby steps in, action. That's it. So that's my word for tonight. Yes, Shanita, to see them as accomplishments. Yes, Marty, it is a starting point. A baby step can be a starting point, but a baby step can also be an ending point. You get what I'm saying? You can baby step your way from point A all the way to point D. Little bit at a time, little bit at a time, little bit at a time. And next thing you know, a little bit later, you're going to be where it is you're trying to be. So all I'm saying is give yourself credit for those baby steps. Give yourself credit for the successes that you have experienced, the baby steps that you have manifested. Allow yourself to see them, to acknowledge them, to celebrate them, and keep going. Because the more success you experience, the more likely you are to experience success. Y'all know this because I say this often. So you need as many wins under your belt as possible. And you get those wins by acknowledging them as wins. Okay? Okay. You're very welcome, Shanita. How you been, girl? So that was all the little word that I had for y'all tonight. I was sitting here thinking about, just sitting here thinking about that and thinking about, you know, what is it that I'm really actually trying to accomplish here, um, and how much of that can I be doing well if I'm feeling so tired? And so was going for the big picture goal, and I think I maybe was susceptible to trying to leap, and so I think I'm gonna maybe take a step back a little bit and do a little bit of crawling for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Like, just do a little bit of baby stepping for a little while, because this is a very new, very huge transition in my life. Yes, Shanita, I am home. That's the perfect time for you to bring that up. I am home now, and it's been a massive transition. This transition has been different from any other transition that I've ever had, because I think for a number of reasons. I think for a number of reasons. In more than one way, my life has changed, like trajectory changing shit, in like the last 3 or 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, my life has, I'm just in a whole different place. I'm in a different mentality. I'm in a different headspace. I'm literally in a different state. I literally am in a different name. I got married. It's like my whole world has changed in the last 4 years, 5 years. Um, and I know, Shanita, I enjoy you as well, girl. And so I've been on, like, ever since I got back here and got this job and stuff. It's like I'm trying to settle into my new life, and trying to kind of settle into what this chapter looks like. Um, but it's like I'm still caught in some ways in the last chapter. You know what I'm saying? So I'm working really hard to, like, let some of those things go, mentalities and feelings and relationships and situations and experiences and thought processes and things like that. Like, I'm working really hard to let some of those things go. And work habits, I think, is a huge part of that. Sleep habits is a huge part of that. uh Exercise habits is a huge part of that. And so I'm really conscious right now of, in my own life, of, you know what habits do I want to create, and being very intentional, because y'all remember my personal word for 2020, my personal intention for 2020 is intentionality, right? And so I'm trying to be I am being, see, very intentional about the words that I choose, the relationships that I pursue, the relationships that I don't pursue, the company that I keep, the conversations that I have, the things that I focus on, what I'm doing with my spare time, what I create, uh, what opportunities I choose to go after, what opportunities I allow to pass me by. Like, I am being intentional this year and making sure that everything I do, every decision I make, every facet of my life is how I choose for it to be. Nobody else. Nobody else. Nobody else gets any say so in what my life looks like. Hey, LaBree. Hey, Letitia. Hey, Knit. Yeah. So nobody gets to participate in that decision making. And I definitely take things into consideration from a select few people, you know what I'm saying? But I'm also very intentional about who I share my life with and share my decisions to be made with. You know what I'm saying? And I this is the year that I transition into, like full blown. I've already transitioned into this next chapter. I feel it. It feels different. If I feel different. And so I'm very much being intentional about making sure that I start habits that I really want to have, and that I end habits that I really don't want to have, and that I really utilize this natural transition in my life to secure change across multiple areas. And that is hard, that takes a lot of effort. And so for me, giving myself the gift of baby steps, I think it is a huge part of this journey for me, like just allowing myself to have baby steps, take it slow, to figure it out, to go, one step at a time, a little bit at a time, figure it out, and like let my confidence build, guide me toward the direction of success, give me more time to process what my next steps are, to plan out my next steps to ensure that they are successful. Like just being smart and intentional about how I use this time, and it feels really good. It feels really good. So the baby steps are important, way more important than you know. The baby steps are important because they get you to the big steps. They give you the confidence for the big steps. They give you the leg room for the big steps. They give you the skill sets for the big steps. They give you the lessons learned for the big steps. You feel me? Now that's a word. That was a word. Let the church say amen. Amen. All right, y'all. I need to wash my ass and lay it on down. Look at that. Never thought I'd see the day. It is 8:36 p.m. 8:36 in God's good P of M. And I am talking about taking me a shower and get my ass in the bed. When did I get old? It just creep up on you, girl. It just creeps up on you. I didn't even realize. Girl, it just creeps up on you. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So anyway, I'm not playing with y'all tonight. Anyway, I'm going to wash my ass and lay down. I'll be in the bed by 9 o'clock. And here's the thing. I'm not ashamed of that. I'm actually quite proud of that, if we're going to be 100% real. Because one of the things that I struggled with in my last phase of life, this most recent chapter of my life, um, was like insomnia, because I had a lot of anxiety. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of anxiety. I was battling depression. I was just extremely unhappy. Extremely unhappy. And I could not sleep at night. And I did not understand why. Because it wouldn't even necessarily be that I was thinking about anything in particular. Like, I wasn't having these deep ass, monumental ass conversations in my head. I wasn't contemplating shit. Like, I was tired. I just couldn't fall asleep. Sometimes my eyes would be burning so hard. I just want to sleep. I'm just tired. And I just can't shut it off. I don't know what it is. And to be in a place, and it bothered me, because I know how important it is to get sleep. I perform at my best when I am well rested. So if I'm creating something, if I'm, doing a speech or doing a webinar or something, like, I perform best when I'm well rested. So it was affecting my creativeness, like my creativity. All of that is affected by your sleep. Sleep is extremely important. So to go from not being able to fall asleep till 3, 4, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, sometimes not falling asleep at all. Hey, Dave. Not falling asleep at all, just staying up for 24 hours straight. I know I'm not the only one that has done that. Because after a certain time, you miss your window, you're up for the night. And then by the time you're ready to go to sleep, now you can't go to sleep because you're going to be late for work. So you just, girl, I'm going to just suck it up and go on to work. So to go from that to now, like, being ready for bed at 9 o'clock, and knowing that I'm going to sleep well, I'm going to wake up and feel refreshed. Like, when I wake up in the morning, I don't wake up tired no more. It used to be I would wake up tired. Like, it didn't matter how long I would sleep, I would just wake up tired. And it would just get worse throughout the day. And then when it's actually time to go to sleep, sleep is nowhere to be found. And then I do it over and over and over. When I go to bed tonight, when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to be ready for my day. I'm going to feel well rested. And that's a beautiful thing. So, I'm not ashamed, God. I'm going to bed. I'll be in the bed. Well, I done talked to y'all a little bit longer. So now it's 8:40. So I probably won't be in the bed right at 9 o'clock because I need to shower and get myself ready for tomorrow. But I'll definitely be in the bed by 9:30. Hello. All right, y'all. So that's all I got for y'all tonight. Friday, I will be letting y'all know the dates for the Empower Your Vision Masterclass and also the link to register. Remember, there will only be 25 slots available. Did I say 25? I think it's actually 20. I need to double check that. I'll let y'all know for sure on Friday. But there's only 20 spaces available for the Empower Your Vision Masterclass Live. This is how we're doing it now. Each time I do it live, there will be a class of 20 people. And you got to get yourself one of them slots. And if not, you'll have to wait until we do it again. My ultimate goal is to do the class, to do the master class quarterly. So every 3 months, there's a new group of 20 people, 20 villagers that participate in the masterclass. But for right now, I just told y'all I got a lot of shit on my plate. For right now, we're looking at doing it twice this year. Okay. Hey, Allison. We're doing the masterclass twice this year. So we're going to do it in February. And then we'll do it again probably after the summer. I want to say in October, because I'm going to be doing some traveling this summer. And so it's just, I'm not stressing myself out. So there will only be 20 spaces. I think it's 20 spaces available for the Empower Your Vision Masterclass. It is free. It is free. And even if you took the class before, you might still want to consider taking it again, because I created the original about 3 years ago, and it's been a long ass 3 years. Hello, somebody. Probably longer than 3 years ago. I created the original about 6 or 7 years ago. And so as I grow, so does it. Okay? It was 5 weeks. Now it's 21 days. 21 days. So that is a significant shortens. Is that a word? Shortens? Shortening of the timeline. Yes, because it was just too fucking long before. So 21 days. You still get worksheets, but the worksheets have been updated and revamped. We'll still be covering a lot of the same topics, but I have added to those topics and removed some things from those topics, given different perspectives, expanded on some things. And so even if you took the class before, I strongly encourage you to take it again, because it really is life-changing. And those of you who took the class before know I'm telling the damn truth. You all are very vocal about the impact that the masterclass has had on your lives, and I appreciate that. And I want you to tell as many people as you can, because one of the things that I'm clear about and being very intentional about for this new chapter of my life is walking in my purpose consistently and joyfully. And so I really believe that my purpose is to help as many people heal, specifically Black women, as humanly possible. And I just want to help as many people as I can. And I told y'all I had a little talk with Jesus a couple months ago. And I told him, I said, Lord, I hear you, Lord. I get it. I understand what you want me to do. I got it. I'm clear. And I want to do it. But I need you to give me a little something. Like, I'm sad. I'm depressed. I need you to, give me some joy. You know what I'm saying? I need some joy, because I can't walk in my purpose the way that I'm supposed to when I'm in such a state of darkness, And when I tell you the Lord had heard my prayers, girl, and he done showed out, I have been on a high for the last since November 12th. Since November 12th. And here it is, January 14th. I have been on a roller coaster that has been going up higher and higher and higher. And there have been a few dips here and there, but I have no complaints. God really has done a thing in my life. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like it's time for me to hold up my end of the bargain, because he definitely held up his. And so I'm pursuing this, and I need your help in order to do that. I know that you all who show up on my live streams every week and share with me and interact, and I know that you all are true supporters, and I love and appreciate y'all, because I really do believe that you believe that I have helped you in a really deep and sincere way in your lives. And that's the goal. That is the goal. And so, I need you to help share me to as many people as you can. Not share me, expose me to as many people as you can, because I believe that that's my purpose in life. That's what I'm supposed to do. So we all gonna be doing things a little different this year. I have some opportunities, also, of course, lots and lots of free opportunities for you all to get the information that you need. The masterclass will always be free. That will never ever change. I made that promise, and I am keeping that promise, even though ain't no way in hell that masterclass supposed to be free. Y'all know it and I know it. You know what I'm saying? But the masterclass will always be free, because I really believe that it is foundational information. And so everybody, I think, at least deserves to have a foundation. It just feels life changing, because we ain't never heard that shit before. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a shame that we've never heard that shit before. It's a shame that, I'm one of the very, very few people that are saying this consistently and out loud. But we turning the tide. We gonna do some real ass healing out here in these streets. So anyway, so I'm gonna definitely have some free content for y'all. Always gonna have some free content, but I'm also gonna have some paid content for y'all. And I'm gonna make sure that anytime I ask you for money, that what I'm giving you is worth way more than what you're giving me. That is my promise to you, is that I will always, always, always over deliver, because that's just how I do. So just because you see a cheap price don't mean that it's cheap. I know that one of the marketing tricks for a lot of coaches out there is that you price something just ridiculously high, because people innately believe that there is more value to things that cost more. But you and I both know that is not always the case, okay? Because I done paid $50, $60, $70, $80, $100 for a dress that I couldn't wear more than once. And I'm like, well, bitch, I paid $100 for this dress. I need to be able to wear this dress at least 10 more times. You know what I'm saying? For $100. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't be spending money on clothes like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a bargain shopper. And so, I only got one wear out of this dress for $100. And, you done spent the $100. You ain't getting that money back. And now you have a dress that you can do nothing with. You have to throw it away. It's not even good enough to take it to the fucking Goodwill. It's useless. And this is what's happening. We are paying money for things that are useless in our lives, because they are not teaching us the foundation to being able to do all that shit consistently and successfully over and an extended period of time. So I'm just saying, just because you see the price is not that high Don't mean that you need to undervalue it. The price is where it needs to be to remove any barrier that you might try to have, any barrier that you might have to gaining access to what you need in order to heal yourself. You cannot continue to use lack of finances as an excuse because I'm considering those things. You need to prioritize yourself. So anyway, whoever needed to hear that, because I wasn't expecting to go off on that tangent. But apparently somebody had needed that just now. Maybe that somebody was me. That somebody might have been me. Listen, y'all know I be talking to myself. I be answering myself too. People always say, you could talk to my mama used to say, you could talk to yourself as long as you don't answer yourself. And I'm like, what's the fucking point? Like, if I'm going to talk to myself, I'm going to answer myself, because how else am I going to know what myself said? You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, for real. For real. Myself had asked me a question. I think it's just only fair to answer. It would be rude not to. That's how we grow and build a relationship, you know? So anyway, y'all, I'm not about to look, I'm still sitting here. It is past my bedtime, Marty. And I'm sitting here, now I done sat here another 14 minutes with y'all. Now it's 8:54. It's 8:54 and I still need to get up and get myself together. So I'm going to lay down. And Friday, y'all be on the lookout. Okay? All right. That's all I got for y'all tonight. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. And until next time, be well. Bye, y'all.